So a new update has just dropped in Hypixel Skyblock, and today we're going to take a look at it and test a few things out. And no, it's not the Primal Dragon update, it's pretty much everything else that was included in the Primal Dragon update other than the Primal Dragon stuff. For instance, like the Ender Dragon Pet upgrade, and the Dragon Fire Blade, and also the Primal Dragon Armor. Now the first thing I want to talk about before we even get into the plethora of pets that have been updated is this item right here, the General's Medallion. And no, we're not playing Fortnite, even though it is a medallion. You get where I'm coming from. Anyway, this is just simply an accessory. A new accessory that's released. It's currently selling for 35 million coins on the auction house, but was obtainable when the update first came out for 1 million coins from an NPC within dungeons. However, that has been temporarily removed, meaning that there is no way to obtain this anymore other than from the auction house, leading to the price inflating by 35%. 35 times. It seems like this guy right here has really capitalized on this situation, selling pretty much most of the supply on the auction house. But there was pages and pages and pages, and now there's just a few. Anyway, don't buy it on the auction house. You're going to waste your coins. Now, if you attempt to warp Garden at the moment, the Garden is currently disabled. There's an issue with collections. Not exactly sure what that means. Well, I do know what it means, but I don't exactly know what the issue is. But farming, something has changed. Now, if we take a look at Rancher's Boots, you can increase the speed cap to 1,000. You actually can. Look, the speed cap on this right here is 900, and we can go ahead and change it to 1,000, and it works, okay? So the speed cap on Rancher's Boots is 1,000, which is pretty fast, not gonna lie. And supposedly this was introduced so that they can pair with an upgrade to the Cactus Knife. I'm not gonna say anything else. We kind of know what happens if I comment on farming, so yeah. Let me know. What are you farmers doing at the moment? Now, let's get into the main event. Pets. So much has changed. Look at this. Look at the giraffe pet. Just take a look at this. Grants 200 health regen, okay. I'm pretty sure that was already a stat. Higher Ground increases your crit damage and strength by 0.15% for every 0.1 swing range over 3 up to 6. Long Neck increases your melee damage by 100% if you are more than 3 blocks away from the target. The giraffe is also giving us +1 swing range. Okay, so what we've done is we've gone ahead and bought this Felthorn Reaper. It's one for all, I don't really care, I just want to showcase the pet. But the main thing is this Felthorn Reaper is fragged, meaning that we have a +1.5 swing range instead of a +1 swing range, which is going to help with the buff that it gives to our giraffe pet. See, now our swing range is 5.5. Now, outside of dungeons, we aren't maxing this second stat out, because we have 5.5 swing range, not 6. But it's close enough. Anyway, let's give this a test. So if we go right up close to a zombie, our damage is 485k, 515, 480, okay. If we then stand more than 3 blocks away from our enemy and hit it, well, let's try that again. 576k. So that's around about a 100k increase, which is not 100%. So that's a little bit odd. Yeah, it does have Fable, maybe, one sec. Be more consistent with Withered. But I don't think it's going to solve the problem. If we get really close to the zombie, 519k. If we get further away, 580. It's just not a 100% increase. Anyway, let's go to dungeons and see if this scales any better. Well, now our swing range is almost 10, so it's definitely over the threshold. But if we go right close to a zombie and hit it, or a mob, should I say, we deal 14 million. If we hit it from further away, we deal 16 million. So once again, the damage, it's not a 100% increase. It just really isn't. Now, there's definitely better pets. And what I would say is this pet is good. It's definitely better as like an earlier game pet. And obviously, it's definitely geared towards Berserk. It's just when like an item says it's going to deal 100% more damage when you're more than 3 blocks away from a target, you'd expect it to deal 100% more damage, and it just isn't the case. Anyway, more pets have been updated. We'll get into those in just a minute. If you are planning on purchasing anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITROS and get yourself 5% off. You should also subscribe to the channel. If you watch the videos and you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so. You should join the Discord server. It's linked in the description of this video. We offer slays and dungeon carries, so if you need carries or want to carry and make some coins, make sure to join. Now, the zombie pet has actually taken on quite a favourable update. It's going to be very, very good for revs now. Now, unfortunately, our zombie pet is not level 100. It's only level 82. However, we can still showcase it. What do we have here now? It reduces the damage taken from zombies by 23.2% at the moment. Yeah, let's go to the auction house so I can actually show you properly. Reduces damage taken from zombies by 25%. Deal 150% more damage to zombies. Increase all stats on undead armor by 25%. That's at level 100. Now, they're actually quite expensive at the moment, the 55 mil. Not to mention the giraffe pet is up to about 80 mil as well. Okay, so of course, judging by the zombie stats, this means that if you were undead armor, then you are buffed by 20.5% on all stats, meaning that realistically now for revs, Reaper armor is going to be really, really good. Not like it wasn't already. Of course, the benefits of using something like Crimson is the fact that you can have Magic Find and Veteran rolls on it, which is very, very favourable for revs. Well, Slayers in general for that case. It's also been made substantially easier to craft as well. In the Rotten Flesh collection, it's made easier to obtain. It's definitely more gearing towards early game players being able to do revs. And yeah, it's really not bad. Now, what's also very interesting is the changes to the Ghoul Pet. The Ghoul Pet will mean that you gain plus 1.5 times combat XP against zombies, which is going to be really good for spawning revs. Increases the amount of souls you can store by 2 and the chance of getting more souls by 20%, and reduces summoning eye cost. Now, realistically, the main thing that we're looking at here is the combat XP that you gain against zombies. So when you spawn in a rev, then maybe it would make more sense to have a ghoul equipped. And then when you go to kill the boss, you have an auto pet rule that switches you over to your zombie pet. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. The thing is, at the moment, these pets are both over 50 million coins. So they're still relatively expensive, even though realistically they should be more accessible. They will definitely drop in price over time, though. Now we see a similar thing with the Hound Pet. The Hound Pet means that you gain 1.5 times combat XP against wolves. Essentially just a very similar change that's been made to the Ghoul Pet. That pet's now 70 million coins. Once again, it'll drop in price. We also have the Megalodon Pet, which has received a huge buff. It now gives us plus 10% sea creature chance as a base stat, along with plus 40 fishing speed. It doubles the pet's base stats during the fishing festival, which is going to be really, really good. And it also increases your chance to catch sharks during the fishing festival by 20%. I mean, this has become a really, really good fishing pet. Prior, it probably wasn't used as much. And realistically, the increase in price is probably warranted. But of course, it only really reaps the buffs when it's the fishing festival. Now, realistically, none of these changes make any of these pets the best. They don't make them the best in the game. G-Drag is still going to be best for most damaging things, let's be real. But the G-Drag is ridiculously expensive, whereas these pets are really going to be more affordable, and probably worth it, actually. Now, another pet that has been buffed is the Skeleton Pet. So the Skeleton Pet now increases arrow damage by 75%, which is doubled in dungeons, which is actually really, really nice. It seems very interesting. It did do a similar thing previously, but the buff was just not as great. Once again, is it going to be better than G-Drag? No. But it's not meant to be. At the end of the day, the Skeleton is an early game pet, and it is cheaper, 40 million coins for level 100. All in all, what do we make of these changes? Well, I think the changes to the pets are good, because a lot of these pets realistically were a little bit useless previously. And I like the fact that they're giving more use to, I guess, more unique pets and less used pets to make them more used, considering they are earlier game pets anyway. I like the changes to the Ghoul, the Zombie, and the Hound. Especially to the Hound, because realistically, Wolf Slayer is painfully slow. Especially when you're early game, and this is just going to make it that little bit easier. Essentially, you're going to spawn your bosses 50% quicker. Anyway, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the new pet update in the comments. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.